That was an excellent introduction, Matt. You're welcome.
Randy. Okay, we'll see what happens. All right. Hi, Randy. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, there
Yes.
we go.
All right. Yay. Okay, let's start.
Hallelujah.
Let's start. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Whale Podcast. This is the second podcast of my podcast series thing stuff.
So nice that Tyler and I could make it this time.
Yay! Today on the panel we have Drew, Tyler, and Randy, and Tyson's going to be joining us in a bit. But he's busy mowing the lawn, and I'm busy throwing a dog toy for Charlie, who's with me. But so thank you for joining us, guys.
Thank you very much.
It's lovely to be here. It's such an
Absolutely
honor.
lovely. I feel honored sitting here.
Yeah.
Just having a little snooze there. Take your toy. All right. So, how's everybody? Randy, how are you? How you doing?
I'm tired.
Not gonna lie, you just got off work, right?
Yeah.
Right on.
Nice. So let's talk about video games. Prequels or sequels? It's interesting because I think in terms of sequels or prequels, it's always different with the type of game franchise, and I'm not quite sure like what's better and what's like not. So I mean, I guess we'll go around and you guys can help kind of shape that opinion. What is the ultimate in terms of gaming? Sequels or prequels?
Well,
I think a lot of games focus on the sequel. Like, they always try to make a game right after the other one because that's progressive in a story usually, which is what a lot of games do.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
that's true. I definitely prefer sequels to prequels. And
Yeah.
the reason for that is, like, I don't care about the story if, like, that's in the past, stays in the past, right?
Yeah.
But also, for another reason, it's because since the prequel is released after the original, you're going to have better hardware limitations, like less hardware limitations, I think.
Oh, that's true.
Yep.
So there's going to be better technology in the prequels. So it's not as much of a continuity problem.
Yeah. People can
Yeah.
still enjoy the same amount of
Yeah,
gameplay.
it's like in Star Wars, the prequels for Star Wars.
Oh,
Why?
I
why
freaking
weren't there
hated
more
episode 1.
particles? The destroyer droids. Why weren't there more of those guys in the future episodes of Star Wars? Right?
Right.
They had
Another thing about...
Shield.
go on, Drew. Sorry.
energy shields, man. They just like. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
What?
What?
One thing about prequels, too, is that if you play, like, the original game and then you go back and play another game, you kind of know how the story's going to develop near the end.
That's true.
It's kind of like giving away spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice, though. Sometimes you see little things that are going to happen.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. I don't know. Like, it depends, I guess, on the story. I mean, what are you doing,
Yeah.
Charlie? Okay. But it's all dependent on the basically just the story that I'm getting at here. With like, I think Half-Life could use a prequel. I don't know.
I would imagine a prequel would probably take place with the Combine. It would show like one of their conquests.
Yeah,
Maybe
like
back when they took over Zen, or when they tried to.
Yeah.
But for a second there, I thought like a prequel starring Gordon Freeman, and he's just like a student at MIT. It was like, man, this is gonna be the worst prequel ever.
This is gonna be the worst freshman year ever. Meets like a girl named Jenny. They hang out. He lives
Develops
in like
into a
the
romantic comedy.
he lives in like some sort of weird like boarding house.
Oh, and then you meet Alex Vance as she's like in grade 3.
And she gets like bullied with some guy and she just kicks his ass. Like right
Yeah.
on the head. Like, get over here!
I would imagine any Half-Life prequel would probably focus on the Combine or the Vortigaunt's.
Yeah. But it would be worth it to have a prequel because that game series is amazing.
Yeah, I've
I just-
always been interested in learning more about the Combine.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not
people
sure-
make mods of like different stories and takeoffs from what they think is the true prequel to Half-Life, but I'd like to see Valve actually release the actual.
Yeah, because the problem with those mods is it's not actually the story; it's what people would think.
Yeah, it's a theory.
Really?
Yeah, they're really good stories still, but
Yeah.
they're not exactly.
Yeah, I'd rather see Valve like definitely make a release out of.
I
stuff
think
like
that Valve should just focus on Half-Life 3, and then we'll take it from there. How about that?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Where's freaking where is like Half-Life 3? I mean, I know it takes like 20 years per. I get it.
-1 is next.
I wouldn't care really which Half-Life it's gonna be, whether it's Episode 3 or the third in the series. I would be very content with just a new Half-Life right now.
Well, we take a look at other very successful series, how like prequels and shit turned out for them.
Good segue, Tyler.
Oh yeah. See right through my action.
No, that
Well,
was a very good segue.
If I open up my
one
Steam.
that I immediately come to mind when you say prequel is always Halo Reach, because
Oh
Right.
god, I love Halo so much.
yeah.
I have Halo on my Steam.
Like the first one?
The shortcut, yeah.
Oh, me too. Was that the one I told you about? Like, was that the one?
So do
I told-
I've got a full version of Halo too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I played online a little while ago. Had a ping of about 2,500. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but the Halo prequel definitely kind of showed the difference in technology, like Drew's talking about, like hardware and software capabilities. Because like the first Halo, it was built on that gen of equipment, and then all of a sudden you got Halo built on a gen of equipment that's way ahead of the time, based on the story.
Yeah, that's exactly what game I was focusing on when you're talking about prequels.
Yeah.
I remember in Halo Reach, no, it was Halo 3. The Hornets, I think they were. The huge aircraft. I was a huge Halo fan back then, even though I didn't have an Xbox 360. I watched all the gameplay videos and stuff online.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, let's check out these Hornets. They sound pretty badass. And they say on the wiki page it was like in use by the UNSC since 2530 or something like that. It's 20 years before the first Halo was set.
Yeah.
And then you don't even see them until.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're not even including the jetpack that Master Chief had the entire time. That was shown in the trailer for Halo 4.
Yeah.
So you get that stuff, and it's like, what the fuck, Brew?
Is there any other? Is there
Are you
any
not
other
allowed to
games that,
swear on your podcast, Matt?
What?
Should we not be swearing on your podcast, Matt?
Should we not be swear? I don't even care. Frick.
Okay,
I'm not
good.
gonna bleep anything, but I don't care. I really don't. But if it's just like a swear fest, like F this, F, like it's a freaking George Carlin thing.
Sure.
Keep it in reasonable terms, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like why would you unreasonably just swear?
Charlie sounds like a monkey.
Charlie is a monkey.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
you were. Big monkey dog thing person. Randy, are you a Halo guy?
Not really.
You know what I remember, Randy? I remember you had a birthday party, and you were excited to have like Pirates of the Caribbean on a
Oh,
Wii.
yeah.
Oh my
That
god.
was such a bad game.
It's terrible.
I took it back the next day.
We're playing it. We're
Bad.
We're thinking, this is gonna be what is this? That's at World's End, right?
Yeah, World's End for the Wii.
Terrible.
So bad.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
jeez.
We were playing it and we're like, I just don't understand what we're doing here. Like the
Okay,
gameplay.
well, first of all, that's just like a recipe for disaster. First of all, it's a movie tie-in game. That's one strike. For the Wii, that's another. I can't think of a third one, but if there was, man.
So, that's your third strike.
Yeah, well, it just didn't make sense. It wasn't really incorporating what the Wii is capable of, which is, like, the movement factor. It was just more of you're holding, like, the Wii and
like
nunchuck
controls and stuff?
And
I liked, personally, when I had a Wii, well, I still do, but when I had my Wii games, I only liked the games that, like, didn't have too much motion control, like shoehorned in.
Oh, I know.
Right?
Yeah.
I remember a game called The Conduit. I got that, like, day one release, because it was so awesome at the time, for a guy with only a Wii to play games on, right?
Yeah.
And I bought it, and that game was actually a good game, not gonna lie, but it got really frustrating at points, and I guess that was its downfall. But anyway, it was really good. Like, you didn't have to do any bullshit, waggle this way to do this certain task.
Yeah.
But it was a good way to have motion control.
Yeah, no. I think it's definitely like when the 3DS was released and it had gyro. It was announced that there was gyro attached to the 3DS. The games that were released gave you the choice of using the gyro because they knew that gyro would be an issue for the majority of the people who owned the 3DS because of how small the system was. So when you play a game like Star Fox 64 3D, it says, do you want to play with gyro controls, which allows you to do left and right with the ship. But of course, it was completely your choice, and you didn't have to sorry, I just got a little message pop. But you didn't have to submit to that, like in the Pirates of the Caribbean game where you had no choice, but you had to go with that such bad control, as well as terrible stories. Like, it wasn't even accurate to the movie anyway. It was just except for the title of the game. But the rest of it was like, this doesn't make any sense. I don't remember this in the movie. I don't remember that.
The third strike for that game. Yeah. It was a movie tie-in game based on a terrible movie. Well,
yeah.
Not terrible, but not very good. I didn't like it.
Yeah. What video games have inspired movies, but where we prefer the game more than the movie, because you know how a movie will be released and generally that movie will become better than the video game. A lot of times.
There was a Spider-Man
not by a lot.
game.
Spider-Man 2, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously GoldenEye 007.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 007 games were usually pretty good, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, in that case, yeah, I guess the 007 games would be a little bit better than the movie because there's just so much you could do and so much. It was very fun, but
the movies were pretty much a video game waiting to happen.
Yeah, really.
What do you want, Charlie? That's Murphy. Calm down. Are you good now? Okay. But let's take a really hard cold example right here of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
We're gonna do that, are we?
Oh god! And then
we're going through this again.
This is inspired by the game to make a movie that doesn't even resemble the game, minus maybe the two characters. But it was an extreme buzzkill when I watched it at Nathan's birthday party. Remember that, Randy?
I do.
Yeah. Nathan was so excited too. He was like, "Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so awesome!" And we're all like, "Yeah!" And then we watch it, and it's like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, even if you were a little kid and you saw that, you'd still be like, "What the heck did I just watch?" Yeah. This is nothing like the game.
It was silly.
Oh, it was such a terrible. Same with the Wizard was awful too. But I mean, I would want to see. I don't know. If you get the right director, I'd like to see an Other M movie.
Oh, Metroid.
Yeah. Try.
Yeah. Also, there's also Lego games that were based off of movies too. Those were all pretty fun.
I heard Lego Batman was pretty good.
Yeah.
The new one, like the DC. DC
Yeah, I
Heroes
think
one.
so.
Because the DC Heroes one, I believe, is the first Lego game to have voice acting in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is kind of new. I mean, like I don't know. Is it a good thing or bad thing?
What silent?
The voice act. I mean, I'm not saying like the voice acting will be bad. I'm saying like, do you think Lego should have broke the tradition of the grunts, where like every character just went The
lack of talking did add to the Lego games. Like it just made them unique a little bit.
Yeah.
They made it funny.
You never really needed all the all the crappy
dialogue.
Yeah, you don't need dialogue
because you've already watched the movie.
Yeah, so you know what's going to go on.
You kind of know what's going on.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I think Tyson and his dog just came to join us.
Oh, right on.
Sup. Soup. Here. Why don't you put your headphones in and we'll split the ear. So that this mic doesn't...
I like the Star Wars Lego game.
Yeah, the Star
the
Wars
best.
Lego game was really good.
By far. Oh, gotta plug in my computer. It plugs in all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lego Star Wars definitely was the best of the best. I think, personally. Well, they nailed it with that one. With the other games, they definitely, they're definitely good to play, and, it's definitely worth it. But, yeah, no question about it. Lego Star Wars, for sure, is definitely a prime game if you're interested in the Lego series at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's next in the Lego world. Like, what? I would be interested in Lego if they did a Nintendo-based kind of series where you'd go back to old retro games and you would play them with Lego characters. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be pretty good.
Like
I know
Mario,
they've never
Lego 64, the Lego Mario.
Legend of Zelda.
I mean, I know that. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be interesting. I know they've never, like, released like they made games based on the. Well, they made games based on off of the sets that they created, right? So I mean, like, if they ever created a Nintendo set, which they should. What do you want? Then, darn you dogs! But then yeah, I think it would be interesting. It would definitely be a top seller. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving right along. Out of like all the games in the world, because I have a very narrow mind. Because I've only played a very small fraction. Out of all the games that you guys probably have played, I don't know how much you've played, Randy, but out of all the games, which one would be definitely the best?
Games, so.
What's the best of the best?
Best video game that I've ever played?
So far. I mean, yeah.
Obviously I'd have to say Half-Life 2 just because I remember that was probably the first game that I really played that really got me into video games when I was a little kid when I played it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the first game that really got me into video games.
I gotta say, that's my top right now.
Yeah, that was a very, very good game. I still think it's one of the best games ever made. Even if, I think it still is the best game.
Yeah.
I really did enjoy that game.
Yeah, I'll still play it. I have like 60 hours clocked in that so far, I believe.
So, two games that really surprised me that actually ended up eating like a lot of my time was Terraria and Minecraft.
Oh, I love
Both of them-
Minecraft. I still have
both of
yet
them
to get
is-
Terraria.
Like Terraria alone, I have played looking on Steam here, I've played 150 hours of Terraria.
Oh my gosh.
I've played a lot of Terraria. Yep.
That's
I've only
crazy.
had 11 hours played.
You
Terraria.
have 11 hours? Only?
Yeah,
Only
Yeah,
11
Drew
hours.
hasn't played as much as me and Caden.
Tyson, what's the best video game you've ever played so far? Oh, he's going. And knowing Tyson, he has a huge stockpile.
Over 260 games.
Yeah. I guess I'd also have to say one of my other favorite
260
games would be
games.
either like the really old Battlefield games, 1942 and Battlefield 2. Those are the other games that really got me into gaming as a whole too.
I have put a lot of hours into Battlefield 21 and 42. Geez.
Zelda Ocarina of Time is probably one of my favorites.
Oh, it's hands down one of the greatest N64 games of all time.
Oh yeah.
Ocarina. Yeah.
Oh man, it's a really hard question. What's the best game you've ever
Well,
played?
so far, I mean, you don't have to make an indefinite decision, right? Because
Yeah.
we'll always end up running into games that we like more.
Yeah, but still, I keep thinking of games. You know, oh man, I like this one better than that one, and I like this one a lot too. You
Yeah.
know? I think the best game I played this year would have to be Mass Effect 2.
Oh, yeah?
I'm really glad that I showed you that game.
Yeah. Oh man. The very first time I played it for 12 hours non-stop.
All right,
I
hold
beat the
that
game
thought
in
for
one sitting.
hold that thought. Tyson, what are yours?
Give me a sec here. Raiders of the Lost Ark for the 2600. Space Invaders for the 2600. 1 to 16 players. Or 17 to 112 players. I'm not sure how, but... Pac-Man for the 2600. Frogger for the 2600. And Spider-Man for the 2600.
Explain to me how
All games I own.
explain to me how they are the best games.
Because they're for the Atari.
Oh, so you love the Atari?
Absolutely.
So there you go. Tyson's a retro type of guy.
Also Pitfall for the 2600. Which I didn't have in my hand.
Yeah, actually, Tyson is a crazy retro guy. I think over 280 games. Over 260 games, 20 consoles. This guy's loaded, basically. I don't know. I'm speechless. I don't have that many games. Drew, you're getting up there, though. You're getting up there. 101 on Steam.
Well, I mean, a lot of some of them are doubled. Like, I've got a bunch of Grand Theft Auto games. Like, I bought the Grand Theft Auto pack, and a lot of them are like Mac versions of it. So,
Oh, yeah.
so that's only a couple though.
It's only a couple.
Also, I've
Exactly.
got like betas.
Wait. Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I
Tyson.
have
No, Tyson also has a
86
list of.
installed on them.
He's bringing him over here. Tyson also has. He's gonna. Okay, well, I guess this is the segment where Tyson shows off all his retro stuff.
I'm just showing all the stuff that I have that's worth this $150 cartridge.
Well, you bring it over here.
Why it's not in its case, I don't know.
So I guess Tyson's gonna show us some more. These are the unlicensed games, I guess. What?
You can't see it.
Needs a bunch
It's
more
Yeah.
figures.
Okay, so apparently.
15, be very careful with that. Like I said,
Yeah.
$150.
So apparently, Tyson, these games are not unlicensed by Nintendo, so they haven't. Like. Oh, hey, Sierra.
Hi, other.
Hello, Sierra.
Charlie, for the love of. Okay, we were just in the middle of talking about Tyson's retro
Video game
games that he owns, and he's gone on a spree,
slash
taking them all off his shelf. So this might take a while. He has over 280 games. We're probably not going to go through all of them.
Oh my.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So he has. I don't even know half these things. These unlicensed games, but I can't even read this one. Oh, Skull and Crossbones. King of Kings. Oh, he has like Bible games that weren't licensed by Nintendo. Interesting. Exodius, Journey to the Promised Land. Max 50. Jesus. Exit. Shut up. I call it Exodius. Okay. Anyway, okay. Are you sure?
Is it bad that I have to go already? I'm sorry.
That's fine. Thanks, Sierra, everybody. Sierra, thanks for
Uh,
joining.
I'll be your like 2-second guest every episode because I got shit to do.
Yeah, just whatever. If you show up, just that's the thing. It's a special little thing for you to come on the show for a bit. But whatever, when you don't have stuff to do, let me know and I'll work around that. This is an interesting podcast because this is the first Jesus Christ. But this is the first like Skype one. The first one we did was around a table, right? So yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, I'll try maybe to come back soon, and if I can't, then yeah. But it was nice talking to you for like 5 seconds.
5 seconds of Sierra. 5
Yeah.
seconds of Sierra. That's great.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. All right. So anyway let's what.
Continuing
Do you remember?
on video
Do you
games.
guys? What the heck? Okay, dogs. Do you remember that old arcade place called Ruckers? Do you guys remember that?
Ruckers? What?
Do you don't know what that is? Well, you lived in Winfield, so that's acceptable. Drew,
Yeah.
were you around? What? You were around during Ruckers' time.
Oh, I was around during Rutgers. Come on, guys. I still lived in Vernon for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Rutgers. Man.
In retrospect...
Yep, there's my childhood.
One huge blast of nostalgia.
I know, if you had a party there as a kid, you'd be the coolest person in the world.
Yeah.
You were.
Oh, man.
When I was 8, I had my birthday party there, I think. It was crazy, though, like... In retrospect, it was like really, it was quite cheap because like they didn't have food for the birthday party thing. You had to supply your own food, right? And everything was overly expensive, so all the kids. But I remember my friend Kevin, he went to Rutgers so much that he could do these arcade games like a pro, and he would just like. It was freaky. He just got like. Hundreds and hundreds of tickets in this one game, and he'd come back with this huge like stuffed animal or something, and I'd be like, "How do you do that?" It was just like, but then it stopped, and then it became like the family fun center for like a day, and then just shut down.
Now it's a Scotiabank.
Oh, now it's the Scotiabank. Okay, well that's cool.
Yep, got something fun to the bank.
You got something to a bank. But that's really the only arcade I've ever been to, actually. I think. Yeah, it's the only arcade I think I've been to. Oh wait, the ferry arcade really doesn't count though. It's not really an arcade.
Well, Scandia.
Scandia. Wait, yeah, I know.
Scandia
Yeah, of
too.
course. So much fun there. Okay, I was there with Nathan, and we went mini golf and yeah. Tyson, Nathan, and I mini golf in the basement. We just thought it was real golf, and we decided to just go ahead and just do our best swing. It was fun, and Nathan almost broke a window. I'm sure he hit that one window about like twice at full force, which is like go, and then it would bounce everywhere, and we had to go get it, and nobody knew because nobody was like guarding the place down there.
We had to ask for a ball like 8 times.
we have to continuously ask for a ball. Wow, that's crazy. Hello.
Everything else hung up on you.
No, if they hung up, it would say they hung up. Don't you dare. Hello?
Everything else got up and left.
Are you guys here?
Who here?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I lost you. I'm like, did I just lose connection?
Oh no. Yeah, we're just
We're just...
waiting for something that we can put our input into.
Oh yeah.
How about
No.
that mad
Oh,
cow
that's fine.
disease?
I was just on a little.
Mad cow disease.
I was just on a little rant. On a rant there. Remember in the glory days.
What, of mad cow disease?
What?
What?
What did you say? I don't even know. Whatever. How is that Minecraft castle coming along anyway? It's been a while.
The which? The city? Oh,
Yeah.
I think we just kind of put that on a screeching halt a little while ago.
Oh yeah.
Scrapped it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to build a city with 2 people.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And sometimes 3 or 4.
Yeah, sometimes. And then we'd take a few steps back because Jamie would have full use to TNT.
Oh, yes.
I
We'd
remember.
have to fill in his holes. Wait, no, that sounds wrong.
I remember when like you guys were just like F it, so you went into a mountain and you covered the entire inside of the mountain with TNT.
Actually, that was one of the first things we did.
Yeah. Because I was still living in Vancouver at the time. And I was just like, that's going to be interesting. Then I stared at it and it crashed. And I'm like, oh, that figures. Whatever. I guess, moving on. Indie games are starting to become like really vast these days, eh? There's so many of them. It's difficult to even choose like which one you want without having to get a bundle. And
sorry to interrupt you, Matt, but
Yeah.
Are you next to a washing machine right now?
you can hear a washing machine right now.
Probably, yeah.
Something?
That's weird.
Anyway.
Well, I certainly can't hear that at all.
Yeah, how can you guys hear that?
I have a good mic. What if you close the door? Well, they seem to be chilled. Nope. Never mind.
Come on, guys.
I don't know. Let me check my mic sensitivity. Audio settings. Maybe I did something. I don't know. Well, there's the problem.
Oh, that sounds much better.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I used the stupid computer mic the entire time. I thought it had changed to the Logitech.
That you were using
There we go.
computer miking. I was like,
The
Oh
wait,
stupid-
my god, that
Oh,
sounds
Matthew,
so much
you
better.
sound like you're underwater. I sound like I was underwater for 30 minutes. Gosh, you guys should have said something. That was the...
Well, I don't know. I just thought your mic sucked, man.
No,
Yeah.
I'm using the Rock Band mic. Thank you, Randy, for that idea, actually.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm sure
Rock
you were
Band
curious to know why I wasn't using... Yeah, no. At least I'm recording this and they can hear me out of the Logitech mic, which is good.
Yeah.
That
We
would
could
suck.
Make it out a little bit.
What?
We could make it out a little bit.
Yeah. Oh well. We're still going good anyway, and at least you guys could understand me slightly because I have a loud voice anyway, so that's good to go.
Oh, yes,
All right.
you do.
Oh yes, I do. Okay. Anyway, straining from the subject. Okay. Indie games.
Yay, indie games.
I
There's-
bought a whole bunch.
I know, like, it's hard to choose which one specifically to buy without getting a pack because
Yeah.
of just the vast majority. And not to mention, you have a huge load of indie games that you pay for and a huge load more that you don't have to pay for. So there's a huge variety out there. In fact, I have 30 indie games that are free that I downloaded from the internet, and from this website, the Indie Games weblog. I don't know if you know about it.
I go on indiedb.com.
Oh, I've heard of that one. I also go
Yeah,
into
that's the one I
Sura
use.
sometimes too.
Mhm.
But it's crazy. I mean, like, I got a gift visa once and what are you doing? Okay, I got a gift visa once, and I had like a few bit of money left, and I was like, well, I guess I'll just look for an indie game, and I was like, which one do I choose?
Yeah, there's.
There's hundreds. I ended up getting Shank actually, out of that.
I get the Humble Indie Bundle. I got the Humble Indie Bundle, the last one, a little while back.
The last one had Braid, Limbo, and Meat Boy in it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I had all those. I already had Braid though. Yeah.
Actually, speaking of the Super Meat Boy, the guy is actually creating a new game for the Steam, I believe, which you can pay for, and it's all his old classics on Newgrounds remastered on a Steam platform, so you can play them all, including the old Meat Boy, and some of his other Newgrounds stuff if you go to his profile.
Cool.
Yeah, I read about it on his website, Edmund McMullen, I think, and yeah, so.
Yeah, Tyler, have you been playing a whole lot of Psychonauts lately?
No, I haven't started playing it yet. I was, I've been offline for the past few days, and when you're offline, you can earn achievements, and then I really like achievements.
Right.
So,
Me
I
too.
prefer to earn them.
I love achievements because I'm just waiting for Christmas to come up, so I can just start cashing in them for free games.
Wait, you can do that?
You can do what?
Okay, last Christmas they choose a number of games, and they say,
oh yeah, right.
It's the gift thing.
Right. Yeah, the Christmas sale.
But it's not like a cashing in thing. If you could, that would be even better. Oh hi!
Hi.
She's back.
Yeah.
Back from the dead.
Close enough.
Yeah.
What? Tyson's weird.
Why, yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Wait, where is Tyson? Is he in this call?
Yeah, well, not in this call. I'm in his room.
He's sitting next to Matt. I think.
Doing this podcast right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And we were just talking about video games for the past 30 minutes, but I think
It's actually been around 50 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
not all of it's been talking about.
Well,
video games.
our recording time actually is 38, but
Right.
because we were kind of stalled for a bit because Randy was trying to fix stupid Skype.
It works now.
Good.
Can you guys hear anything in my background? Just wondering.
No.
No, you guys is your mic.
I do not believe so.
There's
Our
totally,
mic sounds nice.
there's totally a tank full of turtles. Well, not full of. There's two in there, and it sounds like a waterfall. And I guess it's just not picking up, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to hear Charlie and Murphy jump around because Charlie has his collar on. He's just crazy right now because he's hanging with Murph. But
All good. Dogs will be dogs.
Yep. Dogs will be dogs, and they'll be crazy little buggers.
Okay.
Probably is.
Actually, I was helping my dad with some construction yesterday, and my neighbor's cat, his name's Bishop, and Bishop has recently got a haircut, so he looks a little bit like a lion.
I've seen those before.
Yeah,
I would
I know.
do that to my cat, but she's not fluffy enough. So.
But anyway, he comes over, and I'm sitting down while my dad is doing a whole bunch of work up there.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And then Bishop comes up and he lies down beside me. I start scratching his tummy, and he's just he was in such bliss at that moment. And then he kind of starts kicking at my hand, then eventually wraps his leg around my arm. He just kind of holds onto me while I rub his belly. And
Bishop's like your cat, sort of, because he walks into your house randomly.
Yeah.
Nope, get out.
Bishop, get out of my house!
I remember when we were talking about, you were talking about Bishop, and you said he was a rescue kitty, and I thought you meant, he rescues people.
Rescue kitty away!
Like, go, Tibbles!
Save that burning house.
Meow! I'll give you a Friskies.
Wow.
But let's talk about Tyson for a sec. He's finally. So I come to his house to get the computer set up, and he says, "Matthew, look in my fridge," and I'm like, "Okay." Open his fridge. It's just stocked with Mike's Hard Lemonade, Jack Daniels, and what was the other one? Captain Morgan's.
What's the problem with that, Matthew?
What?
What's the problem with that?
No, I just it's because it was his birthday. Beforehand, we had to actually smuggle it in, but now he's just coming in with a huge load, and he's ready for the weekend, basically.
Coming in with a huge load.
Yeah, he's happy that he's finally 19 now.
Yep.
It's it's a special time. But I don't know how. Oh yeah. Just move it. Oh, that's right. Okay, so apparently my laptop's gonna explode if I don't put it on a hard surface.
Yeah, hard surfaces are useful for not exploding for your laptop.
It's true. I melted my old hard drive on mine, but it was under warranty still, so woohoo.
You melted a hard drive?
Yeah.
What part of it?
I don't know.
It's
Like
made
my
of
whole
metal.
It was all melted. Like, honestly, that's what they said. They're like, you're lucky you could save everything that was on here because it was all melted together. I was like, oh, that's cool.
All right, I'm good. I'm good now.
The CPU could have, like... Okay.
Well, the hard drive melted.
Yes.
Okay. It was a
You melt
disk.
a hard drive?
It wasn't a solid state drive.
No, obviously. Well,
On my
The
laptop.
The discs melted together?
I guess so. I don't know. They said it was all melted inside.
Oh, wow.
But
I
you could
guess
still
it's
recover
possible.
the data.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, whatever.
I am not an expert on this subject, so you know
I'm
what?
not a doctor.
It doesn't sound right, but who am I to argue about this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
Smarty
most hard
pants.
drives are pretty good at heat resistance.
No.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Has to do with the fans.
Yeah.
How good
my
your fan is.
broke. It,
But,
I have a pretty fantastic fan in my heart.
Wow.
that was the best I've ever heard.
Drew, I remember just so every maybe once to twice a week there's going to be a pun on your Facebook. And just some sort of really bad pun every time.
I really
And
love bad puns.
It pains me sometimes to read them. Because they're just right on the thing. It's hard to not when they're right there when you open your Facebook.
I love Drew's Facebook statuses. Like, they're the best.
Oh, stop it, you.
I know. But honestly, they're so funny. Like, sometimes I see it and I'm just like, he is the most clever fellow I have ever met in my life.
I know. Well, just you're
You're gonna make me blush now.
Oh.
you're talking about listening to
Good thing you're
Skrillex
not
in a
on webcam.
bathtub.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
you're saying
I'm
rub a
not
dub
on webcam,
dubstep. It was like, okay. I get it. But they're not as bad as Nathan's statuses about calculus. Oh my god, the Hitler status. Okay, Nathan made a status about Hitler.
I remember that noise.
Oh, yes. It's interesting because he's like, okay, what was it? He said Madonna.
In fact, Hitler had no last name. Or something like
Oh yeah.
that.
So Nathan.
Yeah.
So Nathan said, have you ever wondered why Hitler and Cher don't have last names? And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? You mean the Adolf Hitler? That guy. And I guess Cher Bono, right? Yeah. It's like, Nathan, where's the thought process in this?
There's a website that he gets those from.
Oh, God. You can't just trust a website right off the bat like that.
No, they're false on purpose. They're just silly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, he said I was just kidding, but I was just like, no, you're not.
No, he knows they're not true.
Let's hope so. That would be an all-time low. Yeah.
Nathan removed me off Facebook.
Why did he remove you from Facebook?
I don't know. I think he's one of those people that keeps his friends really
It's
small.
that Ciara girl. I remember her.
No, she was a total bitch. No, just
Yeah,
kidding.
apparently. No, I don't know. Whatever.
Actually, since you're here, Sierra,
Just
let's-
so mean, you guys. Like, honestly.
let's talk about your photography you're doing now.
Okay.
Not
Well.
You mean pornography? They're cutting back the hours.
Shut up.
Do you smoke pot, Matthew?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. I don't, Randy.
Okay.
Okay. But what was I gonna say? Yeah. So you take amazing photos, Sierra. Your aerial shoot, for example. How'd that go? Like, how did you even manage to get into a helicopter to do those?
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, what?
There's an airplane, and basically,
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Oh,
The aeroplane.
yes. Well.
Like, I mean, like,
Hmm?
was it free or did you pay to get on that?
Well, I paid for some of the gas, but it was my uncle's plane.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
I'll take you. And I was like, okay, even though he's slightly terrifying and pedophile looking, but whatever.
Like, how do you do this? Like, through the window, or do you actually have like a door or thing open?
I wish that I could have done it like just strapped into like the seat or to the door or something, because that's way easier. But I did it through the window, so I still haven't properly edited everything. Like, I'm supposed to like get rid of all the glare and stuff in all the photos, but I
Yeah.
didn't because I'm lazy. But here's the exciting part: was that tourism. I don't know if these people are going to be listening to this podcast know where we live. Tourism of blank city where we live has bought one of the photos to use in the tourism guide. So
Oh.
How much they pay?
I didn't even know
I'm not
that.
telling you because it's quite a bit of money.
You're a professional now.
Yeah, apparently. And it's gonna be
Apparently.
published. Oh my god.
That's
You're gonna put
awesome.
your name on there.
awesome.
Yeah, so my name will be under it. I'm so excited. Like, you don't even know. Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm just.
He's jumping up and down right now.
No, you know I hate photos. Just kidding. That was a joke. But wow, that's insane. You're already on your way, and I'm still going into the second year of film school. But soon I'm gonna start to get some stuff going. Eventually.
I was talking to some people that did film at my school, and they were saying that like they've done like their own like films and stuff, but nothing like what they're doing now, which is like a year later. I mean, it takes time to get into the industries basically, and I mean, like, I started school almost a year ago, and this is my first like big thing that's happened to me, and it just happens to be really big. So, I mean, yeah, it just takes time basically.
Yeah, but are you're starting? You told me before that you're starting to get paid work, right?
Yeah, but not like huge money or anything. Just compensation for my editing time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I had a friend at film school who, before he went to film school, he was hired in Alberta as a wedding photographer, and he was part of this business, and he made tons of money.
Yeah, except I don't want to do weddings because people are hard to deal with.
Yeah, definitely, especially at weddings. I can imagine, for sure.
I did one wedding. I second shot for a photographer around here, and it was good. But I mean, it's just not something I want to do every weekend of my summer. So.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you know, there's other things you probably want to do. What's like your main goal in photography? Where do you want to actually be in terms of a career in photography?
Fashion photography is.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. and I have an underwater case for my camera now, so I have to do some. I was actually going to today, but I'm going somewhere in a little bit. But
Like for the T2i?
What?
For your
I have
camera?
a Nikon D7000.
Oh,
but
D7. So for that type of camera, you actually can do that with underwater. I never knew that.
I have a case for it now.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I can take it underwater and do cool stuff, and that's what I was going to do today. But it's really cloudy outside.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get much out of it.
But
So
yeah.
yeah, wow, that's crazy. Randy, how's life in your job?
Well, I have not cut off any fingers, so
Woo!
I'm doing quite well.
May I ask what you do?
That's always a plus. Not cutting off
Yeah.
fingers.
Some guy 2 weeks ago got his fingers stuck in a gear and lost the end of his finger. He was gone for 6 days, and the first day back, he got his shirt caught in a planer.
What are you doing?
I work in a wood mill.
That sounds scary.
And I'm so glad I work at Panago now.
Well, I'm not. You just have to not be stupid, and then you're fine.
Suckers,
Yeah.
I work
That
at
is
Steam.
fantastic advice for life in general, really.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
don't
have
be
to go to
stupid.
work now. I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
All right, see ya,
Bye,
bro.
you.
We're done. Go away. What? You guys hear that? Randy,
Yes.
is that you?
Is what me?
I hear something.
Fuzziness.
Oh no,
Huh?
Is
I
it
don't
me?
think so.
It's poltergeist. Wait, I was a little too close. Oh yeah, there we go.
The poltergeist.
I'm like,
Me.
so what is this, Slender Man? He's coming to get me. I think. Well, anyway, what do you want? So
Randy.
Tyson just stroked. Tyson, Tyson just gave me a nipple twister. That was nice.
Oh, fun.
Fun. But anyway, I guess we'll just end it off here for today. Thanks for taking a part in this amazing experience, and I will see you next week for another.
Okay.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.